Welcome back. It's 2025, folks. Happy New Year. We're back here in Courtney Place, and it's a beautiful sunny
Typical Wellington day.
Yeah. We're at San Diego. Happy New Year. I'm here with Sarah Jane Sennett. I'm Sean Rush, and in the hot seat, getting the hot hat right now is Andy Foster, former Mayor of Wellington, now Member of Parliament. You stood in Mana, didn't you? But you're on the New Zealand First. Welcome, Andy. First of all, what did you do for summer?
I've been pretty quiet, actually, really. Time at home.
Well, it's only just arrived anyway.
Well, I was going to say, first day of summer today, or was it yesterday? But no, because I spend a lot of time out on the road when I'm, during the parliamentary year and meeting people all over the country. So it's actually quite nice to spend some time at home.
Did you come down to, I understand I was away, the Courtney Place had... we had all the cars taken off it, and there was a party here. Did you manage to make that at all?
I couldn't find a place to park.
So I understand. Unfortunately, the weather didn't help us. But okay, so big year both for you guys, for the coalition government. First of all, Wellington City Council elections, local body elections.
Yes.
A few people have put their hands up for the mayoral race. When do you think is the optimal time for candidates to declare, "Hey, I'm in"?
Well, I think there's two parts. That first one is, are you someone that's already known? If you're someone that's already known, you can do it a bit later. But if you're somebody that's not known, you're probably got to be thinking about doing it pretty soon. So it depends on who you are and whether you're standing for the mayoralty, whether you're standing for the council, what the story is.
I got to ask, what is your New Year's resolution? If you wanted to succeed something before the end of the year, what would it be, either for Wellington or yourself?
No, I hate to tell you this. I went through my to-do list. It's got about 3,000 things on it. So
the 3,000, we can't go through all of those. At least give us one of those.
Oh, look, the big thing, I think, certainly from a government point of view, is focusing on we have to get our economy working. We've got to back New Zealanders who are being creative, who want to do things economically, because if we don't do that, all we're doing is cycles, and we're actually going backwards relative to the rest of the world, and that's not good enough. Doesn't allow us to afford the things we need to afford.
Yeah, so I just noticed the latest polls have got the Nats going below Labor for the first time in a long time.
And we're going up.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay. So you'll be thrilled about that. Yeah. So you just back to the council's elections. We across the nation, of course. I think ours here will be in mid-October.
All of them will, yes.
Same. Yep. Now, you did cop a bit of criticism, you and Paul Eagle, in the last election for coming out really late. So just going back to what you were saying before, people were waiting for you to declare, and particularly Paul, I think, really.
Well, I think actually, I was busy trying to do the job, trying to run the city. So it's whether it was declared late or not. But our beloved local media, of course, print media, were looking for anything to criticise at the time. So take that with a grain of salt.
All right, okay. I don't want to dwell too much on the local body elections. We'll have more about that as they come around. Yep. But great to hear your insights. Just going forward. So coalition government, I don't know, most people are giving it a sort of like for the first year sort of thing. What do you think? What would success look like this time next year?
Well, look, I think one of the things that's really great in Parliament is to be able to stand up there and to say this is keeping another one of our promises. So it's working our way through the things which are in the coalition agreement. So we've got obviously the National Act coalition agreement, we've got the New Zealand First National coalition agreement, and those two dovetail together. So it's keeping our promises, getting those things done. Obviously, a big thing that we got through the end of last year was the fast track legislation. Obviously, we've got to deal with the treaty principles issues that there are at the moment. But it's just to keep on delivering the things that we need to do, to fix the economy, and to make sure that our public sector is delivering good value for money.
Okay, Sarah Jane?
Now, I got to ask a question to switch it up again, because I'm the little switcher-upper. I'm going to ask you, have you tried Popeyes yet in Lower Hutt?
No, I haven't.
Would you try it, KFC or Popeyes?
Tell me a bit more about Popeyes.
Popeyes is a new chicken place. Apparently, it's the whole hype at the moment. I don't know what it is about, but...
Well, given that you don't know, I don't know.
Okay.
I'd have to say I've never been a great fan of KFC, so Popeyes probably wins on that score alone.
And I also got to ask as well, what did you get up to for the New Year's?
We had a really nice New Year gathering with a group of friends, some really neat people from around Wellington. Saw the fireworks. Had a quiz, bit of food, bit of drink, and a lot of conviviality.
Awesome.
It was great.
Awesome. Enjoy.
Oh, thanks, Ruben. I'm still reeling from the KFC attack. Andy, you and I mostly agree on a lot of things. But the chicken thing, I just can't believe it.
Variety is the spice of life.
Yeah. Oh, so I don't know what Graham's trying to ask you about.
He's waving and gesticulating all over the place. I don't know what he's trying to say. Yeah.
Come on. Yeah, so, well, anyway, so just, you're talking about policy. So we're looking at, we've got the coalition agreements, and is that basically your manifesto for the next 12, 24 months?
Well, essentially, that is what the three parties have agreed to do. That's what we've written in stone. And that's why, there was right at the beginning of the government, that was, the three parties working together to say this is what we're going to do and how we're going to work together. And I think that's worked really, really well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, mate. Well, I mean, that's all from me, Sarah Jane. I think the cameraman wanted some to participate.
Well, I could ask from the comments on the Facebook page. Any comments from the Facebook page, Graham?
What about the comments in the Facebook page, like, how's the COVID inquiry going? And is mainstream media, did they really take money from the government and not deliver the services? Could some people from mainstream media be going to jail?
COVID.
The COVID inquiry, second stage of the COVID inquiry, which is something that New Zealand First is very, very strong on, is obviously going ahead now, and that's something.
Do we know who's going to be going to jail?
I think it's a little bit premature to be talking about that kind of thing, but what that's really, really important is it gives people a voice who don't feel they've had a voice in that first stage of the COVID inquiry. It's looking at things like the effects of the vaccine on people, and there's certainly some pretty strong stories there that need to be articulated. Certainly, I wouldn't mind having a few words to the COVID inquiry about the experience that I had as the mayor at the time and the engagement with not only the protesters and the police at the time, but also with parliamentarians who were making decisions. I think they could have made a lot more kind decisions.
So we don't know who's going to jail yet? Well, that's all good. Second question from the people of Wellington is, how are you feeling in Parliament?
Oh, loving it. Really, really, really enjoying it. It's really great having a team of people that are working collaboratively together, and that's not only within New Zealand First, but also across the coalition. By and large, we'll obviously have some areas of disagreement. By and large, it's good. That's quite a difference from what I was experiencing, certainly as mayor in the council. We had some really great councillors, but others who, I don't think people are particularly enamored by the dysfunction that they're seeing in the current council either.
Do you feel that? Quick question from Upper Hutt is: do you think they could? Do you think cutting back on the public service is going to? Can you find an efficient way out of that as a government?
Find an efficient way out of it. Well, I mean, clearly the big challenge we've had is that the last government, Labor government, spent an enormous amount of money, put us a significant debt. That's what we're getting ourselves through the whole thing, high interest rates, etc. As a result of that. And the public sector grew by about 18,000 people, poor public service. And so we're having to cut that back, and we're nowhere near having got back to even where we were prior to Labor taking office. So, it's still a bigger public service.
Sorry.
No worries.
The questions come with only 15-second answers. And they...
It's worse than the speaker.
Last question is, what's your, other than where you live, you can't pick that, what's your favourite suburb of Wellington?
Miramar.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Nice one. Shelley Bay.
Yep.
Good on you, mate. Good on you.
Yep.
All right, well, thanks very much for coming on, Andy. Good luck for you and for all the MPs on both sides of the house. Tough job and long hours. So I hope you've enjoyed your break, because it's about to come on the top of your head.
Certainly getting stuck into it.
I got to ask some also more fun questions for the end of it. I've already asked you these before, but again, where's your favourite restaurant in Wellington?
Our favourite restaurant? Well, we actually had a really, really lovely meal the other day at Charlie Noble's.
Nice. There you go, Charlie Noble's. That's it for Wellington.
There you go. All right, well, thanks very much. That was Andy Foster with Sean Rush and Sarah Jane Sennett on Hotline, Hot Live, Hot People, Hot Hats, and Hot Seats.
Yes.
Very hot.
Yeah.